Kamegalaya kadan ka khapur ka basaw spa saw pusaw point prasan nyo kilometer bar ka Bangladesh. Ka sarkar India na duki sinam baladeb kalaray babaro ki khapur jangkari bar ka Bangladesh on care signar Shia. Kadaw jo kani ka jingker signar Shia kalong banyada na ka jingwan rungtu ki menderi na Bangladesh bar kumjuru banyada na ka jingwan pinjulor jangki brio na Bangladesh ya ki jakarab jangki nong India ki basa Kamegalaya. Umintri rangba ukondot ke sangma ulai thu bahadu menta nakate ke sauspa saupusaw kilometer la deban ker sainarsia kumbalai spa arpukandai point iwe hinriu not kilometer. Nangta kabarang yad ban ker menta kalong saupundriu point kandai nyo not kilometer. Kabasa Driu po point san lai lai kampat sedang watang kendiaru bat sakat ar point lai iwe pra ilong bankier na markidan katu katni kijinge penbej hapedeng ke sarkar India bar ke sarkar Bangladesh. Haba jubab ke jingkali belawan ra ruba sentar kelas sun UMNA ka mau plang ukondrat ulo ong baha ke snam arajar khanyo kaladan ke jete kular hapedeng ke India bar ke Bangladesh halor ke jinge penbej iki katu katni ki jaka bania shim ya ai keliang kumta patla banya raya ke jingker sainar ula pente pru ba ke kendu ke bakhadu apre ke India bar ke Bangladesh halor ke ni ke benta ke de ho brai rempang benta ke snem
857 kilometers of international boundary with Bangladesh. The actual length to be fenced is 448.981 kilometer, out of which 329.160 kilometer has been completed. 46.970 kilometers under progress, 12.318 kilometer is non-feasible gap, and fencing work is yet to start for 60.533 kilometer.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on January of 26, 2020 this year, while attending the function of Saint Kintu Saint Rai Ardoloi at Muktapur village, I was shown the boundary pillar bearing the mark 12843S. Villagers informed that original pillar was deep inside Bangladesh. May I know from the Chief Minister as to how the boundary was realigned and pillar re-erected, sir?
So there is a very long history to this entire process, sir. And I don't think it would be appropriate for me to go into the entire history of how things came out, but I'll just give a gist so that the honorable members also can feel comfortable. Sir, originally the pillars were, and the boundary line was, as you're aware, was made by the Cyril Ratcliffe commission. There was a boundary commission set up in 1947. And based on that, Ratcliffe had made the boundary between India and Bangladesh. Now, under this, there were some areas which came under adverse possession. There were about 11 such locations under adverse possession, and 2 were from Bangladesh and 9 from India. So now, most of these areas that are there under adverse possession are in Gentia Hills zone. So which means that about close to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 such villages are there in Gentia Hills. And I think Muktapur is one of the areas, not I think, Muktapur is one of the areas from pillar 1284/1 to 1285/2. So therefore, this basic adverse possession land was there. Sir, in 1974, a land boundary agreement of 1974 was there between India and Bangladesh. And in this, there were working groups that were formed. And these working groups were trying to resolve this issue of this land, of this adverse possession land between India and Bangladesh. And it was in the 4th working group, which ultimately met on the 7th of December 2010, that they worked out mechanisms in which they were able to resolve this entire process of this adverse possession. As I was mentioning earlier, So these 11 locations, some locations out of this 11 locations, we were able to resolve 4 of them, and 7 still remained unresolved. And in this whole process, ultimately, there was some give and take, and the Government of India also ultimately, in 2011 protocol that came out, they ultimately decided to have adjustments in 4 of these locations. And once this was done, there was a constitutional amendment that was made, and necessary changes were made, and that is where Meghalaya gained that 1.43 kilometers additional that was there, that was gained. But then in the process, ultimately, the Government of India and Government of Bangladesh once again decided that the rest of the areas which were under adverse possession will again be worked on. So, sir, in a nutshell, as I said, it's a very long process. I don't want to go into all of it. So, in the process, sir, there was some adjustments that were made between India and between Bangladesh under this entire process of the adverse possession, the land boundary agreement of 1974 and the 2011 protocol and the amendments that were made, and further the meetings that took place at Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi. And so all these discussions that were made led to some pillars being changed, and it could have been possible that one of the locations was the pillar that was mentioned by the honorable members.
Sir, I am aware of it, sir, that following the amendment, 119 amendment to the Indian Constitution on 7 May 2015, the agreement was adopted between the two countries for the exchange of enclaves and adverse possession of land. May I know from the Honorable Chief Minister, in the process of exchange of enclaves and adverse possession of land, whether Meghalaya is gaining or Meghalaya is losing?
So Meghalaya is gaining, sir.
Then my supplementary question number 3, sir. May I know from the Honorable Minister, Chief Minister, in this process of exchange of enclaves and adverse possession of land, whether Pirdiwa village is outside or inside the boundaries, sir?
So it is inside. Yes, sir, it is inside.
My number 4, sir. Is it a fact that following India's request, the Bangladesh government has in principle agreed to allow construction of fencing on zero line in at least 13 areas falling within East Jaintia Hills, West Jaintia Hills, East Khasi Hills and Southwest Khasi Hills within the zero line?
Sir, in the 100th amendment to the Constitution, the different areas which were under the adverse possession, there were arrangements made, and in some locations the construction along the zero line was agreed on. It is within the amendment, in fact, the amendment of the Constitution has that specific details, but so there are too many of them, I will not be able to go through all of those areas. But yes, there are certain areas where on the zero line, and some of them are in Jaintia Hills, on the zero line is being allowed.
My last question, sir. Then may I know from the Chief Minister whether boundary fencing at Muktapur village will be erected 150 yards away from zero line or on the zero line?
Sir, there is a committee that has been formed, and this committee is actually, there were some NGOs and some organizations that had objected to the construction of the border fencing on certain areas, and they wanted the survey to be done. So actually this will all depend on that survey. They were supposed to meet and go for the survey in the month of February. But then because of all these things that were happening, this COVID and all these issues that happened, I think the meeting was postponed, and that is why that survey could not take place. So once this survey and once this joint inspection is done, only then will the final decision be made. But the point being that certain areas on the zero line, Government of India, based on constitutional amendment, has allowed. So therefore, I think it will be finalized once this meeting and this survey and inspection is done.